All right, so here I am pulling up to the lake. The heavy rains, as you guys can see, the spillway is flooded. And what's interesting about down in there, I want to throw some casts first and then we'll get to that, is big fish wind up down in there sometimes. And sometimes you can cast down in there and bring them out. It's pretty interesting. Haven't had much luck out here lately. But I enjoy fishing here because occasionally you catch a big one. And there are huge fish in here. I've seen pictures and scales. I'm going to go clockwise today instead of counterclockwise like I normally do. So we'll look at the spillway later. I'm gonna go ahead and work this way. So this pond, actually I call it a small lake. Right now they've got a real nasty mossy algae bloom on the bottom. I don't know if that's affected the fishing or not. I was out here either last week or the week before. And I caught 2, if I remember right. Both down clear at the other end. This is about a 2-hour, hour and a half to 2-hour walk to walk and fish this whole thing if you're doing any decent amount of casting and making sure you're covering all the angles and all the nooks and crannies, which I do. Around this lake at 7 or 8 points are sewer pipes that I'm assuming come from street runoff in the surrounding neighborhoods. They've got chain link fence around those, and fish like to hold up all around those. So as I get to them, which the first one is coming up right here, you'll see me casting out both ways, almost like a triangle, because fish hold up all around these things. They're like little reefs. And so I'll buzz it shallow over it, and then I'll come back with a cast a little further off of it out into some deeper water. And on one like this, where it's primarily underwater, they're going to fish. Oh, I'll cast actually across it where there's no danger of me getting my lure stuck. Because on most of them, the chain link is up out of the water and you can easily get your lure caught. We've had to take our shoes off and walk out on these things a couple times to free our lures. I have caught fish in the little lagoons that are made by these things before, but typically the fish are held up out in either direction, casting out to a point. I just hope I don't have to wait all the way till that far corner to catch a fish. So you won't see me casting out unless I'm at one of those inlets. All you're gonna see me doing is these parallel type casts. Other than at the other end, I've never caught a fish in here casting out. All right, up ahead is the next inlet. That landed just on the outside of it. A little disappointed that this place drops off the way it does. There's one. Nothing big. Nice belly. So there you go, guys. Look at the belly on that thing. That's a fat fish. You see that? Nice little bite, aggressive. Not gonna weigh it. Let's go ahead and get it back. So finally, that fish, that was the shallow cast along this, along the reef. That fish came off the reef from left to right. There's another. Oh, this is a bigger fish. Yeah. Longer, skinnier. So there you go, guys. Another one. Back-to-back casts. Not nearly as big of a belly. So 2 casts, 2 fish. Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3 and catch a really big one. Oh, there was one chasing it. Man, he dragged the swim body. I have a feeling that that fish was the biggest fish yet, so I'm gonna go right back out there. There's obviously a group of fish in this area. There was a swirl. Oh man, something just took a whack at this thing. There's one. Oh, had one. That was a smaller fish, which is probably why I didn't catch it. Plus it grabbed it like 6 feet in front of me, so. Still though, nice to get a hit. There's one. This is a lot nicer fish than what I've caught so far. A little more mass to this one. Got a bad eye. Not scale worthy, but as you guys can see, a nice aggressive small fish. Nice to get the parallel bite back on this. Oh my goodness. Biggest fish yet. I stopped reeling because I thought I got into some weeds, and I don't know if that's what triggered the ultimate strike out of this fish, because at that point it started falling like a jig. But man, or that could have been this fish's initial whack at this. Look at the, guys, look at the belly on that fish. Look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and get a weight on this one. These fish are fat in here. This probably won't be any more than a 2-pounder. All right, scale is zeroed. £2, 8 ounces. So nice little 2.5 pounder. Nice fish. Let's go ahead and get it back. They're loving this chatter today. There's one. Smaller fish. Oh, got off just as well. That was a little fella. Nice bite though. Really nice bite. It was in that mossy weeds about 10 feet in front of me, right up on shore. Somebody's house smells good. I can smell like cleaning products clear out here. Or they're doing laundry and it's their dryer vent. Last time I was here, there was insane action at this inlet over here around on the other side. I sat here and watched what looked to be several bass just taking turns going up in the shallow water and pounding bait fish. I cast in there several times, but didn't have any luck. I'm keeping an eye on it right now as I'm still on this side, and I haven't seen any action over there yet. I think the fish aren't on this side today. There's one. Nothing big. Little dink, but still, it's a catch. I think the biggest fish I've pulled out of here was just over 4 pounds. My brother and I and little Chris have yet to pull out any of the monsters that are in here that I've seen the pictures of and the scale pictures of. Yeah, the one homeowner visits my work every now and then. We got to talking, and he stepped out one day. I was fishing in his backyard. I've already gone through his yard. You know, I asked who I was, asked, you know, if we were catching, and we got to talking about what I do for work, and I told him, and turns out he visits my work every now and then. And he told us, he said as long as you guys aren't littering, which we don't, taking fish, which we don't, causing a scene, which we don't, he said that we shouldn't get bothered. He said the only time they have run people out of here is when, you know, people that are fishing with worms and leave the worm containers, people out here yelling and screaming, hooting and hollering. And then, of course, the worst thing you can do is take fish out of a pond or a lake that's not yours and that you have no business taking fish out of. So everybody out here has been really chill with us, and of course we've been ultra respectful. Well, after I got into that bite on that shore straight across over there, I was hoping that things were gonna stay active the rest of the time around, but sadly that hasn't been the case. Here you go, guys. Look at this crawdad. Look here. Tell me that wouldn't make a tasty treat for a bass. Don't pinch me. He's all sorts of feisty. Oh, didn't mean to put you upside down, buddy. There we go. All right, he's all right. This is disappointing. Welcome to the farm. All right. Oh, that was an aggressive hit. That fish came up, guys, and just slammed it. Nice little belly. Nothing major, but a nice fish. Hasn't been entirely disappointing, but after the way fishing was earlier this year, and you get spoiled on coming over here and cleaning up, it just isn't the same, even though I've caught, what, 5 or 6 or 6 or 7 today. Typically never catch anything on this side for some reason. Don't know why that is. It's no worse than any other side of this pond, but just for whatever reason, I really don't ever pull anything out of here. Somebody's doing some shooting. All right, let's take a look in the spillways and see what we got. Nothing right here. Nothing down there. Huh. Nothing like it normally is. Oop. Wow, I don't see a single fish. That's good though. That means no fish have to fight to survive. Nope, nothing. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Like I said, I'm dying of thirst. Tired, been out quite a while this morning. If you like the videos I'm posting, if you like seeing me and my brother Chris and sometimes Flynn out here catching some fish, having fun, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. While you're at it, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post new videos. We do the best we can to get out and catch some fish and get the video up so you guys can enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Chris. It's Team Dewifed Fishing. Have a great afternoon.